So I've decided I'm going to go serene, going back to water today. I've recycled this canvas board here, so it is going to be a bit bumpy, but this is going to be for me, and it's just going to be a prototype. I've I've penciled in very lightly where I want my horizon to be and my sunset to be, so that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm channeling today. Calmness, peace, serenity. And I've also put it on the wall to see, so you might get a shadow. I do apologise. I'll try putting a light to counteract it, but I have got plastic around it, so I'm not going to ruin my walls. I'm just going to see if that's going to be a bit more liberating for me when I paint or not. Let's see. You might end up looking down again. I'm sat here on the settee ready to do a voiceover, and my Neil is sat at the side of me doing fart noises just to irritate me. And he's giggling away. But I'm going to stick with this because I've only got 2 hours until this is meant to be on YouTube. How do you feel about that, Neil?
I feel great.
Oh, you gotta laugh. So he's finally left me to be able to do my voiceover. Yay! Okay, we are on day 20. And although I did this piece in plenty of time, I left the editing while the last minute. Well, not the editing, the voiceover. So I really enjoy the end result on this piece. I wanted to capture a romantic sunset, maybe softer colours that I usually work with. That's what I'm trying to channel at the minute, and I don't know whether that's serenity, whether that's love, or whether I'm just trying to grow as an artist, because I know some of my vivid colours can be a little bit in your face. So part of my 28-day challenge has been exploring different types of art, colours, everything like that, and really happy that I'm sticking with this. And thank you so much to the people that are along this journey with me. I hope you've had an amazing Sunday. I am back at work tomorrow, so my time will be even more stretched to get this done, but if all I do every evening is just spend some time with the fur babies, have lunch or evening meal with Neil, and then relax, do some art and editing, I'm fine. But maybe I need to have a look at doing some simpler ones to save me time. I've got, a few ideas of what I want to work on, but that's for another day. Now, quite a few people have commented around my style of paintbrush, so let me talk about that for a little while. So when I'm talking about the paintbrush, it's not the brands of paintbrushes I'm using. I used to do a lot of oil painting, so I tend to hold my brush towards the end. And that's been something that I've evolved over the last 12 months. And I think in one of my videos, I talk about it, that I used to try and be so purposeful with my strokes that it was too precise, and I really have worked on trying to hold my brush at the end so that it's a lot looser, my strokes, and not to think about where I am putting my brush, just the colour that's on the end of it. And then I look at the canvas and I just keep wiggling it roughly until I get the desired either effect or stroke, because sometimes the magic happens on the end of your brush that you weren't expecting. Maybe a cheeky little cloud will appear or a streak in your ocean. And I tend to layer up a lot, which is something I never used to do a lot, build it up, and a lot of the time scuffing. And I know that Rebecca's mentioned that before. I think it was Rebecca or maybe Nancy, but I scuff with the dry brush as I'm layering it, just so that I can get some of the below colours coming through. Now, my style is just my style. It's my preference. All I would say is don't put too much pressure on how you hold your brush. Try a few different styles and try having those loose brush strokes. I think sometimes it looks more real if it's looser, but that's just something that I've been working on. And I've been working a lot on diluting my acrylics, and I think it's because I love the oils, and I should really work with oils again, but at the minute I'm trying to work through all my acrylic paints, and I'll move on to my oils and try and work through those. But when I've got certain tones that I enjoy as I'm layering it up, I will apply quite a bit of water to my brush. Now you do have to be careful because there's a certain tolerance that your paint will have before your colour will dissipate totally. But I quite like doing a glaze look over it, which is when it is quite diluted, and I want there to be a suggestion of the colour, but I want the other colours to come through. And it almost looks like oils together, or maybe watercolouring. Maybe I'm digressing, maybe I'm just seeing something that isn't really there. Anyway, I just encourage you to have a go at it, and just thank you so much. A little shout out to the wonderful Milady, which is Paula. Thank you for your ongoing support with whatever type of art I do, and thank you for always being honest. But also, I'm glad you're enjoying seeing my work close up. Little Lulu, thank you obviously for Puffin Bird yesterday, but your ongoing support. Nancy Vanderhart, I hope I've said that, for encouraging me to do a little bit of voiceovers with these little challenges. And also Rebecca Hyatt, I hope I said that right. Anyway, Rebecca, I hope that you've had a good day today. I hope life has been kind to you. Sending love to you and your mum. Hope that, you know, life is being kind. And I hope that you're enjoying these videos still and finding a little bit of relaxation for self. And I can't wait to find out a little bit more about the kind of art that you've been working on as well. And I keep getting a nice little hello from Tricia Whistler. I hope that I've said that right. So I hope wherever you are in the world, you're safe. And for the people out there, feel free to leave any comments, to interact. You might want to understand what this challenge is about. I've mentioned it in previous videos, but give me a comment if you want to interact or if you want to ask any questions. And yeah, if you want more step-by-step tutorials on any of my work, happy to do that. So don't be afraid to use masking tape. You saw me in my horizon there, and again you saw me drawing out my lines just to try and help me with compositions with these very small canvases, which are only 10 by 10 centimeters. I'm quite happy with the sky. I know that I will go back and work on it, so that's another hot tip for you. Work in sections. So start with your sky, go to your ocean, come to your beach, maybe go back to your sky. That way it should have dried and you can do some of that beautiful blending and everything like that. So I want the focal point to be the sky, but also those lapping waves coming towards you. I did do a big canvas on this before, but I thought I'd do this again because I wanted to try and do it small and also try to perfect it. And this time I wanted there to be a more tranquil ocean, less waves in there. And I love doing this because of the play with colour helps with that 3D effect. And my hot tip for you is build it up when you're doing any kind of wave or foam. It's not pure white. You're going to have sand mixed up in there. You're going to have shadows. You're going to have that churning of that little bit of ocean in there as well. So think about layering it up. White is fairly transparent, so you can build it up over time. And what I'm doing here is mapping out where I want the 3 sort of laps of water coming onto that beach. If you keep that dark area just under where that wave is, that's what helps with that 3D effect. And also when your paint is dry, come and brush some of that sand or the ocean into the areas you want them. With a dry brush you'll have more control, and it will, it's like what you call scuffing, so it'll just leave a little bit of colour. Now I want it to look like there'd been indentations where the water was coming in here. So I put my dark lines to start with, and then I start to blend it out because I don't want it to look too harsh. It's just a preference. You might not want to do them, and I'm just playing around with it until I enjoy it. Playing around with where I think there'd be a nice little bit of reflection from the sky. When you put a little bit of that reflection on the waves or on the beach, it tricks the mind into thinking that it's wet and there's water there. And I'm just going to go backwards and forwards doing the dance with those paints until I find the balance that I enjoy. And I did start to make it look like there was going to be waves in there, so I pulled that back. And the suggestion of waves come where you've got a distinct difference between your light and your dark colours. So just a little dark line could suggest that the wave is rolling in. So for me it was a romantic tranquil sunset with that 3D lapping motion coming towards you. And I hope at the end of this you can see that. This video was times up ×3, so it wasn't one of my longer videos, but I'm trying to keep them as short as possible because time is very precious. And I'm just bringing in now the suggestion of where the sun would be. And this is where you'll see when I put the colour on, if I think it's too harsh, that's when I come in and add just water to my brush and blend it in. And this is where I start to think, okay, I'm creating too many waves here. So I come in and just bring, I bring 3 in. I don't like it. And then I wipe them out just with colours. So a lot of what you can see for me is just working with it until I'm happy with it. Anyway, I think I've digressed enough. I don't think it's going to leave too much music for you to listen to, but some people enjoy it, some people don't, so hopefully I will get the balance right. Let me know what you think of when you see this sunset, and also let me know if there are any suggestions for any future videos. But if it's your first time with me, thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoy this video, consider giving me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and comments are always good for helping my channel. And I just wanted to say a sincere thank you to the people that are supporting me through this type of art and not just my resin art, which is what my channel has grown on. But it's really important to me that I do this challenge for myself, that I continue to evolve and grow my brushwork because it's something I'm passionate about. And I'm also trying to balance out my channel content because of the environmental impact of working with resin. It's something that's been on my mind a lot, and thinking about what I can do in my artwork for my channel and make sure that it's not just all wasted products or stuff that is just going to be, I don't know, plastic just left somewhere at its raw basic. But resin will still be part of my channel, and I know that a few people are interested in my art journal that I've just started doing. Only got 1 page in there so far, got many ideas, so there are some exciting things in my opinion that will be on my channel in March, and resin, brushwork and many other things will be a part of that. Anyway, happy Sunday. Tomorrow I'm back at work, so I'll be cutting it fine, editing and getting my video up for you, but I will do it for you. All right, thank you so much. Have a lovely day and speak soon. Bye bye. So this one's done, but the lighting's pretty crap in here, so you're not seeing what I'm seeing. It's looking a lot duller, and you're seeing all the roughness of my brush strokes and what was underneath. However, absolutely love what this piece is. I love the movement here, as though that wave's really coming in, and the gentleness, and yeah, the sunset. So yeah, I'll put it up with the other ones, and I just wish you had better light. So here he is. Still doesn't show you the graceful colours that I see. It's quite harsh on the camera. But it does have some delicate pastel colours in there. Look how this is coming along. Wow, I only got one more row to fill, other than one row and one. And yeah, although I didn't do 28-day challenges for a little while again, I am really proud that I am sticking with it. And although there's lots of ideas that I want to show you with resin, Jesmonite and other artwork, I am sticking with this because I made a commitment, and when I make a commitment I follow through, whether you like this or not. This is all for me, but it is inspiring me. It is making me brush up on my colour schemes, brushwork, evolving. So my brain's growing, and that's what this is all about. So thumbs up if you've enjoyed my video, subscribe if you're not already, comments are always welcome, and remember, for suggestions, come back and see what else I create tomorrow. Bye bye.